There we go, fish on. Got him, got him, got him. Giant tiger.
Absolute beautiful fish. Well, I just saw some snowflakes. There's another one. Yeah, I think we might have a storm coming, folks. Well, welcome back to another exciting video. We are currently hiking into a little lake full of giant tigers, giant splake, and some cutthroat trout. Big tigers are first on the list, of course, but really, for here, if we can get anything, I will be happy. I just hope that we don't get totally snowed out. It's not looking so great. Those are some scary clouds. Anyway. Now we do have this little pond right here. However, it is fishless, 99.99% sure. I have fished it a little bit, but during the summer it gets really low and it's like all covered in moss. I don't think fish could survive. You could probably see the snow now. Yeah, literally just since I stepped out of my truck, it's dropped about 7 or 8 degrees. And there's our lake. Absolutely beautiful. All right, well, we made it, and I think we'll start fishing just right here along these big rocks, or right around this tree. It just kind of drops straight down. As for what I'm rocking, I got my 9-foot 5-weight Echo Carbon XL rod with my PC Fun sword fly reel. Link in description, code BNT18 for 18% off. And then we've got olive balanced leech up to my little red ice cream cone chironomid, and we're hanging it about 5 feet under an indicator. Hopefully these fish are hungry. I either do really well here or I get skunked. It's very rarely in between that. So here's hoping. Let's do this. Just throw it out there. I don't need to cast out very far because, like I said, it drops off pretty quick right along these rocks. And especially right now, since it's early spring, I have to imagine these fish are up shallow, just cruising the shorelines. Or later in the summer, they kind of stack up out in the middle. But I mean, right now they should be pretty active.
There we go, fish on. Fish on, good one too. Good one. What do we got? Oh, it's a nice fish. Nice fish. Nice fish. What do we got? Tiger, splake, or cutthroat? Nice. That was a very subtle eat. It is a big cutthroat. Oh, wow. That is a big old cutty. Not our target species, but cannot complain. Get in here, friend. Holy crap. I mean, of course it's a cutthroat because it's not fighting very hard at all. A tiger would be ripping us clear out in the middle. Dude, look at that thing. Big old cutty. It's like a 2-pounder. I think that's the biggest cutthroat I've ever caught out of here. Right here, check it. On the leech. Dude, that's a stud cut. Colorado River cutthroat. Dang. Yeah, dude, this is a pretty nice cut. Biggest one I've ever caught out of this lake. I'd say he goes about 2 pounds or so. 17 inches. You know, not a trophy, but I'm not gonna complain. Really pretty.
comes the wind. Okay, see you later, friend. There he goes. Nice. Let's get right back in there. So I have actually been getting some little nibbles, but that was the first actual bite where he took it down. And we've been fishing about 10-15 minutes. So, I mean, that's not bad. Hopefully next is a big old tiger or a big old splake. Well, back to fishing in the snow. Oh, wow, that came on quick. Well, that came out of nowhere, just 0 to 100 blizzard. If this keeps up for too much longer, we might be heading out, because I'm just not really prepared with warm or cold weather gear right now. Fish, you better start biting. Warm me up a little bit. You know what? I think I'm gonna go hike to the other side of the lake so the wind's not blowing right in our face and the snow isn't. So we've got all these fallen logs that lay into the water. A lot of times there will be some pretty nice tiger trout hanging around them, and you can dip some flies down to them. Oh my, did you guys see that? A freaking giant just surfaced right, or just exploded on something under the surface. Oh, I don't know, dude. That was a big fish, ate something on top. Hopefully he wants a leech or a chronomid. Holy crap, guys. There is a massive tiger trout right there. I know you guys can't see it, but right there, hiding in all those logs, he's just chilling, probably about a 4-pound fish. I can't walk down there or I'll spook him, so I'm just gonna try to dip in my flies from clear up here. It's gonna be a little tricky. Okay. Didn't even react to him. Dropped him right next to him. He did not care at all. Got him, got him, got him. Giant tiger on the chronomid. Yes, we got him, we got him. Oh, shoot. Oh shoot, oh shoot, he's going clear under there. Oh my gosh, we got him. Well, we don't have him yet. We still gotta pull him through all these logs. Oh no, shh. No, oh, no, no. No! It's like a 3-pound tiger we just lost right there. Oh, no! I've been working on this fish for 20 minutes. That's the thing, he rubbed up against these logs and then just broke us clean off. Just broke right there. Dude! I worked on that fish for 20 minutes. He was sitting right there in the mud. I wasn't able to get a good drop down to him just because of all these logs, and I finally got it in this little open spot in between these logs, dropped it right in front of his face, and then I just saw him go down in the dirt, and I just set the hook, and then he just took me on a ride, swam clear over there under those logs, zigzagged back and forth, and broke us right off. That is a heartbreaker. That one is gonna hurt for a while. Would have been the biggest tiger I've caught this year. Haven't caught many tigers. Instead of tying 4X tippet back on, I think we're just gonna go to 3. Have a little extra strength fishing around these logs. That actually really hurts my soul. Big time. Oh, right there. Got him right there in front of me. Nice. Check it out, folks. Got him. Chunky little tiger. I took my indicator off. I put this little white jig streamer on, just basically a little marabou jig type thing. And I was just bouncing it around these rocks and got a little tiger. He's not giant, but hey, and it's been slow, so I'll take anything. We lost that giant tiger about 30 minutes ago. Finally got another little fish. That's a pretty one. He's not giant, but look at those patterns. The leopard type print, the orange belly. Heck yeah, that's a pretty fish. That's a fat little fish too. He's not skinny. He's nice and tall. We just need one about 3-4 times as big. Trust me, they're down there. See you later, friend.
And that's what got him, just this little yellow and white jig type thing with rubber legs. Just bouncing that around these rocks, and he came up and absolutely creamed it. Swiped at it like 10 times, missed it. Hooked up on a big fish, guys. Oh my gosh, it happened again. Giant splake. Whoa. I just dipped it in all these logs, and this guy just comes out and absolutely annihilates my little jig. Giant splake. And I saw a couple others down there with him. Heck yeah, dude. Now how am I gonna get out there and net him? I wish I could have got that on camera. Dang it. And got him. Got him. Wow, that's a pig. Biggest fish of the day. Big old splake. That's cool. So we've caught every species in here. Cutthroat, tiger, and now a splake. Fishing's been tough, but we're getting a few. And I was about to head out right now too. And that, my friends, is a splake. Lake trout, brook trout hybrid. They're usually kind of long and skinny, and this one, he is long and skinny, but he's also got a little bit of mass to him. Ate that little jig streamer. Oh, my fingers are cold, dude. Just pop it right out. Nice. Okay. That's fun. Third fish of the day. All right, see you later, buddy. There he goes. Okay, well, I don't know if we're gonna get any more from this spot, because when I hooked that dude, all heck broke loose. There was definitely a couple others with him though, so maybe. Well, that was somewhat of a slow fishing session. I would stay out here a little bit longer, but it's freaking cold. Like, my fingers are numb. But hey, we caught a real nice cutthroat, a chunky little tiger, and then a pretty nice splake. And then we did lose a giant tiger because he swam around those logs. We busted him off. That one that hurts. Obviously, we're not finishing the video right here. I want to go somewhere else tomorrow. We don't have time this evening, but I want to go somewhere else tomorrow. And we're going to try cooking our fish on a rock. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, I guess stay tuned for tomorrow. Alright folks, as you can see, well, it's kind of stopped raining now, but we had some weather move in last night. It's been raining really hard in the valleys. It's kind of let up now, but it's supposed to be picking up here in the next hour. So I'm guessing where we're going, it's probably going to be snowing. The good news is most of the snow at this little pond is already melted. There's still a little bit here and there, but it's not like we're gonna get stuck or anything. Hopefully we're gonna get into some big chunky cutthroat, maybe a brook trout. I've only caught one brook trout at this little pond, but they're in there, so you never know. And there's some hybrid cutbows as well. And try frying one on a rock. I found this flat rock that I'll show you guys yesterday. And I also picked up a New York strip steak this morning. First order of business, get to this little pond and catch some fish. All right, so the rain has turned into snow now since we've gone up in elevation. 35 degrees, man. I'd reckon it's a little bit colder than that. All right, so we've made it to the trailhead. And yesterday it was pretty much dry, like completely dry. And now there's like an inch of snow. Oh man, and I'm debating whether or not, 31 degrees is what my truck says, so it's probably 27, 28. Man, I don't want to leave the warmth of this truck. We also have more important things, and that is catching fish. So I think we're gonna grow a pair here. Let's do it. It's actually not as bad as I was thinking because there's no wind. So we're probably right at 32 degrees. The snow is definitely accumulating. We probably got an inch so far. Got a little bit of a hike into this pond. Hopefully the fish are hungry. Sometimes a dramatic change in the weather like this can kind of shut them down. All right, we have made it. This beautiful little pond. I've caught some pretty chunky cutthroat out of here before. This snow is really not letting up. It's like a steady, just like, I don't know, it's covering the back of my coat with snow and I'm getting kind of wet. It's just enough to where it's kind of getting on the GoPro and the microphone is not waterproof. So I don't know, maybe we'll just have to fish and bring the camera out when we hook a nice one, but
to start, I've just got this little, that same white jig streamer we were using yesterday, just that, and it's already tied on, so we might as well just bounce this around the logs, see if anything comes out for it. Here's hoping. Hope these fish are hungry. This snow is so bad. I think I have to put my GoPro away. Like, it's getting in the where the microphone plugs in. So I gotta turn you guys off. I'll get back to you guys when we hook up. There we go, guys. Finally got a fish. If we can land him, he's swimming around all these logs. This is just how we lost that tiger yesterday. Uh-oh. It's a decent one. We're gonna have to somehow get him over that log. Just give him a little lift here. And... oh no, there we go, got him. Nice. Took way too long. We missed one other bite off camera, and then I adjusted my indicator to where I'm only fishing like 2.5 feet down, and we got this guy. Big old Bonneville cut. Wow, look at that sucker. Fat male, really dark colors. That guy took the hare's ear. I'm fishing a leech up top on the bottom and a hare's ear up top. Barely skin hooked. Just pop it right out. That is a beautiful fish. Good one to start on. Big male Bonneville cutthroat, dark colors, little hook jaw, red gill plate, and he's just fat. Nice and plump, just how you like him. Wow, and hopefully that's not the only one we get. Took way too long to catch this fish, so they might be a little sluggish this morning. We'll get him back. Absolute beautiful fish. Okay, see you later, friend. Go get bigger. Yeah, well, that took longer than it should have. I've seen a couple fish roll. I saw one giant roll, and I casted right over to it, and that's when I missed the first one off camera. And then that guy bit on a little green hare's ear. Yeah, dude, this snow is not really letting up. In fact, it's just getting worse. I don't really mind, other than the fact that it's kind of getting my GoPro wet. And we cannot have that. I broke like 3 cameras and a couple microphones last year just because they got wet. I really don't want to have to do that again. There we go. There's a fish. Finally. Just a little guy. But hey, dude, with how slow it's been, I can't complain. This has not been a fast action day whatsoever. We've only got a few bites. Nice colored up male. This looks like a cut bow, actually. Beautiful. Holy cow. Look at those colors. I think we're gonna let this guy go too. I want to keep a silver female. Oh, and there he goes. Yeah, I haven't even been doing a whole lot of talking to the camera just because it has been slower than tar. Got a few bites. I don't know what it is. Like, I've seen a few roll out in the middle, a few really nice ones, and they just don't seem to want what I'm throwing. That might have been a bite. Yep, there's a bite. Got him. Another one. Ooh, just an even tinier one. Holy cow. Right there in the same spot. Might have found a little honey hole. He's pretty. He'll be pretty nice in a few years. See you later. Oh, shoot. Shoot. That was a solid bite. I was just gonna say, on a brighter note, it stopped snowing and the sun's peeking out just a little bit. It's still a very gloomy day. Oh, one just surfaced right there. Watch this. Got him right there. Ooh, that's a nice fish. That's a nicer fish. That is a nicer fish. Oh, baby. Ooh, wow. Okay, okay. Hold on. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, that's a gorgeous fish. You know, we'll just grab him right here. Probably should net him if I was smart, but whatever. There we go. Settle down.
got her. Nice. Wow, that's a tank. That is a little bit more like what we're looking for. Beauty. I was just dragging that hare's ear right along this log, and she smacked it. Probably about a pound or so. There's bigger ones, but can't complain about that. See you later. Thank you for biting. There's a bite. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm missing these fish. Oh, got him. Got him right there. Saw him come up. Oh wow, this is a pretty one. Check it out. Another colored up male. I don't think we can keep him. Dude, look at those spots. I like it when they don't have that many spots, but they just have a few big ones like that. That is so cool. Definitely got to get a picture. If this fish wasn't as pretty as it is, I'd probably keep him. See you later. Got him. Got him right there. Oh, another little chunky one. A really pretty one. Dang, we're catching the pretty fish today. That one's almost prettier than the last one. Same, just big black spots, red gill plate. Okay, I'll let you go, fella. Thank you. Got him right there. Oh my goodness. See, this one would be perfect to cookie if he was about 4 inches longer. Nice and silver. I bet he'd taste really good, but you'd have about 2 bites, if that. So, there he goes. There we go. Got him. My indicator just started moving over to the right. It didn't even take it down. This is a decent one. Is it neater? Oh, that's a nicer fish. Got her. Huh. I mean, we could keep this fish. My only thing is she's pretty darkly colored. I mean, it is a female, so that's good. But, well, she has a pretty white belly. Should we keep this fish? You know, we're gonna let her go. I don't know, man. I'm very unsure. We're gonna let her go. We'll see if we can get a little smaller one. There you go. Snow's starting to come down again. We just need one that we can cook, and then we'll get out of here. There we go. Hooked up instantly. I switched to my red ice cream cone because I've been using the hare's ear for a while. I figure every fish down there'd seen it, but it's just a little fish. Just another baby. See it? There we go. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. It's another hybrid. Should we keep him? You know what? We're not getting too many fish big enough, or just like right in the right size that I want to keep. So I think I'll go ahead and take this one home. She's got a pretty white belly, so she should have some red fillets. Heck yeah. We've got dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the gills and just try to bleed it out. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna try it this time. Just cut the gills, then we'll just throw her in our net, and then we'll just let her bleed out. Right there. We will give it a few more dips here and there around these logs, and then we're gonna head out of here. We've got dinner secured. We've caught a couple nice ones, a couple really pretty ones too. So I'm happy, I'm content, and I want a steak. There we go. There we go. He's coming right to me, he's coming right to me. Just another smaller one, I think, yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, and there he goes. Wonderful. Cool, cool. All right, we're heading out of here. Caught some nice fish. I mean, it was definitely not the best day. These fish were being really finicky, even the ones I did catch. They were just the slightest little bites. Sometimes cold weather like this can just kind of turn them off, make them a little sluggish, and I definitely think that's what's happened. But we still caught some good fish. That first one we caught was an absolute chunk. We're gonna get back to the truck, find a spot to make a fire,
and cook some dinner. So we brought some dry firewood because I don't know how dry the wood around here is going to be. There we go. So this is the rock that I found yesterday. It's just like the perfect cooking rock. It's perfectly flat and it's pretty thin. I mean, it's a little thicker on that end, but dude, I think if we just like build a fire underneath it and just use it as a stove or a little frying pan, basically, a little cast iron pan, we need to find something dry that'll burn. Like this stuff right here. Leave the green stuff, but that is what you want. That's gonna be really good kindling. And then some of these little twigs. See how they just snap right off? That means they're nice and dry. Yeah. Well, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. So I suppose we should probably wash this rock off. Who knows how many animals have crapped on it. So we're just gonna rinse it lightly. Yeah, that'll do it. I just really don't want any of that sand or dirt on the cooking surface. I think it looks pretty clean, honestly. I think that'll work just fine. So we're gonna take a couple bigger rocks, just set them like that. So we want to be able to lay our rock about 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches above the flame. Honestly, that might work. Yeah, just like that. Dude, that's perfect. Perfect cooking surface. Let's see if we can feel it getting hotter. I mean, it's been on there for like 2 minutes, so it's probably gonna take a little longer than that. You can see the water that I poured on there starting to evaporate off, kind of smoking a little bit. Okay, it's starting to get warm. It's not hot, but that's definitely warming up. I think we're gonna cook our trout first. Just like, I would rather mess up the trout than the steak. So we'll use the trout as a guinea pig. I gutted her all out, and the meat, she did have eggs in her, which is unfortunate. Not a huge deal though. I mean, there's so many fish in that pond. It's not like we're gonna hurt the population. But the meat is just a little pink. Not as dark as I wanted, but I think it'll taste good. Butter's starting to sizzle. I think it's time to put the trout on. This is just some shotgun all-purpose seasoning. This is made by a subscriber, actually. It's some really good stuff. As you can see, I've used about half the bottle. Oh no, that's not good. It's starting to snow again. Shoot, right as we were getting going too. I just hope it holds off. We've got blue sky over there, kinda, and then And then it doesn't look so good over here. Fish is cooking along real nice. My thing is I just don't want the skin to stick to the rock. I don't think this is a non-stick rock, so we should probably go ahead and flip it right now. Ooh, okay. Not bad. Might have been able to cook it a little bit longer right there. That's still kind of raw. Definitely needs more butter though. Mainly so it doesn't stick. I mean, I love butter, but I really just want it to not dry out. Ooh. Dang, man. I'm gonna have to like hover over the fire so the snow doesn't put it out. This is probably not the best day to do this video idea, but we're doing it, man. And hey, it's working out. Man, that already looks really good. I just want to get, there's a tiny bit of raw meat right there in the middle. Oh gosh, our rock's starting to crack. Oh geez, guys, our rock just cracked. Dude, our trout is pretty much done. Oh my gosh. Yo. Hold on. Let's take some of these sticks out. That is, did you guys see that? Our rock literally, look at that. There's the piece that just cracked. I might have had too much flame underneath it. Dude, that's wild. Well, perfect timing. Our trout's done. Go ahead and plate it up here. Bam. Guys, that is wild. Our rock literally combusted. Well, we're gonna let that cool off a little bit before we throw our steak on. In the meantime, I wanna try this fish. Skin pulls away nicely. Not gonna eat that. Pull the fins out. That meat actually looks pretty good. Let's hit it with a little more seasoning. Oh, that's quite a bit actually. Not bad for being cooked over a rock. I did not have high hopes for this, but actually turned out pretty good. We're sitting under this tree just in case it starts raining again. There we go, fresh cutthroat trout. Whoa, wow. Smoky flavor, and the meat just comes right off the bones. It's nice and tender. Dang, that is actually a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Cooked on a rock, man. I'm actually proud of myself. Skin pulls away, just slides right off the bones. Man, that's good. All right, that trout was delicious, but now for the main course. But I'm just a little nervous that our rock isn't worthy anymore. Man. Well, I suppose we can kind of just throw it on this half, so if this corner piece does give out, our steak will be right there. There we go. Season it up. With how hot that rock is, we might get a nice sear. Well, maybe not. I thought it was gonna start sizzling right away. I don't think I've ever been more excited for a steak. Oh, I forgot, we do have these onions. I have half a red onion from another catch and cook. I don't want to cook that side too long, so we'll go ahead and give it a flip here. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's actually not as seared as I'd like, but not bad for a rock. I think it's done. I'm gonna take it off here. Dude, the smell of it, this is like, oh my gosh. Look at that. Ho, ho, ho. Take these onions right on top. We'll let the fire burn out. Thank you, Rock. Really appreciate you not exploding again. And that, my friends, is a New York strip steak cooked on a rock. I am very pleased. Let's see how it tastes. That's like restaurant quality smell right there. Those onions, dude. Usually you want to let your steak sit for about as long as you've cooked it so the juice can kind of stay in there. Whatever, I'm too hungry to do that. That is exactly how I like it. Nice medium. Let's try this out. I just went to my happy place. I literally just died and went to heaven. Look at this. Bro. Nice smoky flavor. Let's try some of these onions. That has got to be one of the best steaks I've ever made. This was a really fun video, dude. I'm gonna try to change it up, do different things, not the same thing every time, you know, like cooking a fish and steak on a rock. I'm gonna try to get out of my comfort zone more. And let me know if you guys have any suggestions. I definitely want to do this again though. Here we go. Last piece. Oh, that was fun. Like, that was way more fun frying it on a regular stove. And thankfully the rain has kind of held off. I mean, it's barely drizzling right now, but it's hardly even enough to notice. Okay, I just turned the camera off while I was eating that, and our rock literally exploded. Like, bro, it literally just obliterated itself. So that's gonna do it for that rock. I mean, we cooked fish and steak on it, so that's good. Honestly, I was considering like keeping this rock as a cooking rock, but you might be able only to get one cook out of each rock because it just explodes. I feel like it could be dangerous, dude. Like if I was right next to this while it blew up, I mean, it shot a piece right there. Kind of sketchy. So let me know if you guys have any like suggestions for doing this in the future to where it won't do that. I'd really appreciate it. I'm gonna make it. Ooh, almost. Well, that is gonna do it for me out here. This was a very fun day. Fishing wasn't amazing. I think they were getting kind of sluggish because of the cold weather, but it's gonna start warming up again here, and hopefully the fishing gets really, really good. And then first time cooking a steak on a rock and a trout on a rock, and I think it turned out pretty well. You guys will have to let me know how I did down in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Oh my gosh. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.